Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. I'm coming on to share my Saturday morning makes for this week. These are some projects I've been actually working on for the past couple of weeks. This is a collab hosted by Jill Norwood at Greenwood Girl Cards, and it's really nice to see what everybody makes and to share what we are making. So I'll get started with the supplies that I used. I used this Photo Play Falling Leaves pattern paper. Looks like that on the back side. And also this Simple Stories Simple Vintage Berry Fields paper, which looks like this on the back. I also used this Golden Hour paper pad from Park Lane at Joann's. I used this older MFT snowflake window die, which you can either cut into the paper or use it with the rectangle, and then that'll cut out a piece that has a snowflake in it. I used this older Hero Arts tree cling stamp. I'm not sure. It was called Winter Trees. I used this beautiful wreath die from scrapbook.com. It was a freebie this month. And stay tuned for my next video, which will be a D-stash. And if you purchase that D-stash, I will give my extra one as a freebie with that D-stash. I also used the die set for the Playful Pumpkins from Concord and Ninth for the Adorable Stitch pumpkins. And I used this Happy Thanksgiving stamp from Hero Arts, as well as this Happy Thanksgiving from an older Stampin' Up! From 1993. I used a couple of Happy Holiday stamps too that I didn't bring out, but I'll mention those when I get to them. So for my cards for kindness, this month they were in need of Happy Holiday. These are the categories I chose: Happy Holiday, Happy Thanksgiving, Winter Wishes, and I think I'll do some Thinking of You. So I did a couple of these with the Snowflake window die, and this is when I just cut it into the paper. And what I did was I took a piece of vellum and colored it with three different Copic markers in a sort of a ombre gradient type of background, and then you use the back side, and it just gives a really pretty look to the background. And I put a little blue gem in the center and just kept it simple. Inside I used a Hero Arts Winter Wishes and some older Hero Arts Snowflake stamps. So I made a few of those. And I used that winter tree set from Hero Arts and stamped it in some light blue ink, and then I forgot to bring out the deer. I think that's a memory box die set of 3 deer, and I just cut one of them out of silver foil, and then inside I used an older memory box for the Happy Holidays. Then I made a couple of these using a Simon Says stamp background that I gold embossed, and an older Hero Arts Happy Holidays. And then I colored the little berries with some Smooch ink, which is, I don't think they make it anymore, but I really have always enjoyed using it. They're little nail polish bottles that have a little ink and a very delicate brush so that you can get into tight spots. So that's what I used. It has a little bit of a metallic shine to it. So those are some of my cards for kindness. And then for the Thanksgiving cards, I saw this fun fold on Pinterest, I believe, And it has a belly band and then opens like this. It's a great way to use your pattern paper. And I used an older Concord and Ninth die for the leaves, for the wheat, I guess it is. And, oops. And that Stampin' Up! Happy Thanksgiving for the sentiment. I don't think I'll use this for the Cards for Kindness. I think I'm going to send it to a friend because it is quite a little bit on the bulkier side. I used a heavyweight cardstock. You could use a lighter weight, but it does require a 12 by 12 paper in order to do the fold. So there's that one. And then I saw this this circle gatefold on the Paper Pixie. It's this one. And I had made a circle gatefold many years ago, which was this style, which had the smaller circle. I kind of like this new version with the larger circle. So I decided to make a Thanksgiving cards out of that. Now she used a Velcro to close hers and I decided to use a button instead. So it just opens like this. And then I just sewed the button inside. And then this is the back. So I might do some with the Velcro, but I kind of like how the button looks. Let me know what you think would be nicer. Here it is with nothing, and so you would just put the Velcro inside and you wouldn't see it. So let me know what you think is a nicer way to do the closure on that. And then my final card for now uses that scrapbook.com wreath die, and I cut it out of 3 different colors and offset each one so that a different leaf pattern would show. I used some Paper Tray and Craft cardstock, which I splattered with Deco Art Gold Rush, which is kind of comes like a paste, but it's a paint, I guess. And so I splattered it with that, diluted it with water and splattered it. I don't know if the camera's picking up the gold, just for a little interest in the background. And then I used that Hero Arts Thanksgiving stamp, which I gold embossed on brown cardstock. So it's pretty simple, and then I lined it inside, but I thought it made a nice Thanksgiving card. So those are my card shares. And then I did do some 3D projects. I've already sent some of these out, but I made this little library pocket. Now I used an older Lawn Fawn set for the library book insert. I don't know if you guys know or remember these, but I'm old enough to remember that this is what we had at the library when I was a child for your due date, were these little books that were in a pocket in the back of the book. So I made this little mini pocket, put this in, and then I used that Concord and Ninth little stitch pumpkin and a hexagon die that I had to make a little magnetic bookmark. I'm not that crazy about the way the magnets show, but I tried various ways to do little disc magnets and then cover with paper, but it just started to be really thick and not as useful. And even though I want it to be cute, I do really want it to be a functional bookmark. So that's what I came up with. And so that's my bookmark. And then I love making boxes. As I've said before, I find it very therapeutic. So I made a few of these little fall treat boxes, and the plaid paper comes from that Golden Hour paper, and this is the Concord and Ninth pumpkin, which there was kind of a orangish paper in there that I just die cut and then inked around the edges. And then the banner die is an older Avery L. And the little Happy Fall comes from a Memory Box stamp. So, and then I used the Golden Hour paper also to make this little folio or notebook cover. And so it just opens. These are all the papers from that collection. And this is a Dollar Tree notepad that's covered. And so it just goes like this. I want to think of a better way to pretty up the back of this, but I really like the idea of the wood leaf for the closure, which I inked, I think, with some walnut stain Distress ink. It's not lined up here. So that is that. And then I'm going to make some of these for a few of my friends. I usually do some baked goods and other small gifts for friends. And so I thought that this was a nice presentation for a lip balm. It's a common one you see around, but it's just like a little book, and then you make a little loop inside. And I used a Hobby Lobby sticker for Merry Christmas. You could decorate this up even more. I haven't really thought about what I want to do more, but this is how it opens and closes. Simple to mass produce, and I think it looks really festive. A great way to use your scraps. So anyway, I'll tie that up later. And then I'm also making these little Post-it note books. And I have a plastic template that I got on Etsy that just helps with the placement. You just lay it down and then trace it and cut it, and then it gives you the exact placement for the chipboard pieces and the spine. That really made it easy. So what I did differently, though, which I was really happy with, is I've seen before that you can use a brad and a eyelet that you turn upside down to glue together to make a little knob. People use them for decorations, but I thought it would be a great closure. So I did put that on, and then I put an eyelet on the back and put some hemp cord through it and made a little closure. I don't know if on this one, that one I covered it up. I don't know if I covered it on this one. Let me see. Yeah, I put it behind the paper in both instances because you don't really want to see the back side. But anyway, I think it makes a really cute closure. I'm going to try that on some other things. And then I had made these boxes, which turn out to be a perfect size if I wanted to put them in. I don't know if I would use matching paper or what, but in this case, I just die cut a few times this leaf image and glued them together so it would be a little bit dimensional and could stand off the cardstock. But actually, the box is a perfect fit if I wanted to put it in a box. So those are my Saturday morning makes. Thank you, Jill, for hosting, and I hope you're all doing well. And be on the lookout for my next video, which will be the D-stash. It's I think it's one stamp set and some dies, and as I said, I'll throw in the this really pretty wreath die for free for whoever purchases the lot. So take care, everyone. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.